Y'all, this is your boy Sherry Speaks, man. Before I get anything started, make sure you guys pound the like button, pound the subscribe button. Make sure you guys pound the like and subscribe buttons to my boys, Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming. They do gaming, they do live streaming. Why don't you catch your boy up on the kicking some ass alongside them? Alright. Tonight's episode of Cloak Dagger, Season 2, Episode 6, B-Sides. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a little confusing, given the fact that the majority of the episode was in Tandy's head. Now, I thought this was actually pretty cool. Actually, the whole jazz and record store thing setup was actually pretty cool in my opinion, because it just, with record stores there's a variety of things that that you don't know about. There's a genre that you really like, and there's genres that you never listened to before, and each genre has its A side and B side. Now we've always seen the A side of our heroes, the good, upright, but we never really touched on the B side that much. And tonight's episode, we get a lot more of that, deeper into that, in case of Tandy, because like I said, as I mentioned, this episode is basically just geared around her head. Because as we all know, we all find out who's actually running the human trafficking ring in New Orleans in this episode, in this season, which happens to be Andre Deshane, the now, in my opinion, disgraced counselor. And he's running it with his probably possibly partner in crime. They're pretty much Bonnie and Clyding this whole thing. And pretty much in this episode, we just see Tandy in different scenarios in her head, in a very similar dreamlike state, very similar to Tyrone's. And that's one of the questions I have today. I have actually a list of questions, five, I think 4 or 5 questions actually. I'm gonna get them off the dome right quick. Number one, will Tyrone find her? That's my question, because we didn't get to see any storyline from Tyrone, Connors, Mayhem, O'Reilly. Nobody at all, just Tandy, which I'm fine with. But because a lot of people think that this is actually the weakest episode of the season so far, and hope that it doesn't continue like this. Question number 2, as I mentioned, is Andre's power similar to Tyrone's, given the fact that they both have a very dream realm kind of power? Because as you all know, Tyrone is Cloak. He can put you inside his cloak and put you like in a dark cloak void, as I mentioned before in my videos. Question number 3, is O'Reilly gonna help? How are they gonna stop Deshane? Are they gonna you have Mayhem, Connors help him out? How's that gonna go down? My 4th question, this is a big important one for Tandy, is the memory of her father going to haunt her, or is he gonna be forgiven and have some type of redemption? Because we saw in one of her dreams during Tyrone's celebration when she gets freaked out. When she freaked out, that's when everything was going down. Because if you remember last week's episode, alignment chart, Tyrone was having this big celebration. Tandy was giving him pretty much like a big speech about how great he is, how much friends they are, all kinds of things. But they also touched in this episode the racial tension in today's climate as well, most notably interracial relationships. And I'll probably do a video about that sometime this week or next week. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want me to talk about interracial dating and what I think about it? Comment in the comment section below. Let's sound off. But another thing I want to talk about in this episode as well is just like I mentioned, like the fact that DeAndre actually broke down what despair and misery actually is, because Tandy was actually starting to fight back. Like there's this one scenario that kind of replayed twice, where she was pretty much going back to her similar stuff, where she would just rob people, pickpocket people, and do things like that. Even Andre addressed that. He said, "Wait, aren't you the same person who, you were just stealing people's hopes, while you were robbing them? Yeah, you kind of did that same thing that Andre did, because Andre has the power. He was affected the very same night that Tandy and Tyrone were. But the difference is Tyrone and Tandy were just kids, and that's another scenario that we saw too. Tandy and Tyrone were on the beach again. This time Billy ran up to save Tyrone, because they were both laying on the beach side by side. And then we see Tandy Bowen's father, Nate, run up to save Tandy. Again, so I think in this episode we see Tandy's hopes, what she hopes for the future, and also her inner demons, and her true character. Her true character is that she really just wants to help people. She wants to make a change. But given the fact that her pickpocketing people and things like that, that is a part of her. That is a part of her character. That she's actually trying to rid away from. So we'll see what happens. But like I mentioned, my boy, Andre Duchesne was actually had powers, obtained powers the same night that, Tandy and Tyrone were affected that night too, when Roxxon Core exploded. Even in one of the scenarios, Tandy was actually working, with Roxxon in the Gulf, one of their lead engineers, and one girl, I think Era, I think Erin is her name. She was her boss, and she was just talking down to her and stuff like that. And so I don't know how this is gonna end with Andre Duchesne, because in one scenario, we actually see Andre actually shoot Tyrone to death, and Tandy just breaks down. She actually surrenders her powers to Duchesne. I don't know if that's gonna make him powerful, or I don't know if that's gonna combine with his powers that he already has. Again, the similar dream realm type powers that Tyrone has. I don't know if that's gonna make him stronger. I don't know, but I think it is to some extent. And that's another question too. Number five, actually no, number six. What's the extent of Andre's powers? That's another thing I want to know too. What's the extent of his powers? Because I'm starting to think that he's stronger than we all think. Because he's been doing this for like a long time now. Because we constantly saw Leah drugging Tandy, putting her back to sleep in that dream realm. So I'm thinking, does Andre have to rely on number seven? Question number seven. Does Andre have to rely on that serum does he have to rely on that serum and those damn syringes to induce people into his dreamlike state, or does he produce that himself? You know what I mean? And, these are pretty good ass questions right now. This is these I really want to know, and hopefully we get some answers next week. Honestly, and I apologize, I'm a little tired too. Got up early this morning and did a lot of stuff, but yeah, like I'm saying, man, like I need answers to this, man. I need to know like how my girl's gonna get up out of this, how my favorite tag team of Freeform is doing, how they're gonna handle this, because a lot's going down. Because we hear Andre tell Leah, she's past her, because Candy kept breaking, she kept waking up, she kept trembling, she summoned her daggers, and Leah's like, how the hell is she this damn strong? Because most people aren't their will isn't that damn strong. They didn't expect to continue to be this strong, but Andre held out and said, you know what? We're getting close to a breaking point. Everyone has one. And her breaking point was losing Tyrone and being shot to death. And Tandy realizing that the only person she really truly can trust is Tyrone. She can't do this without her, as she wailed out. So we'll see what happens, man. This has been your boy Share Speaks, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any requests as to what videos you guys want to do next, whether they be movies, shows, TV shows, or articles, let me know in the comment section below. If just let me know. And what do you guys think about this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys give it a thumbs up, or you guys give it a thumbs down? Let me know in the comment section below. It's always welcome. They always will be. Peace and love.